All right, ma'am, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Rochelle. Rochelle Scott.
Ma'am, what brings you out this way?
I went into a program and they have helped me. The county website helped me get into the motel rooms, and thank God they did.
That's good, ma'am. Can you give us an insight on, like, what would you tell a child that's trying to come out this way, who may be missing, might be a runaway? What's the best advice you give a child out here?
I would say, kids. It used to be a program called DARE, and it was to keep kids off drugs. It's the big bear that you see in the parades and everything, that they Smokey the Bear, all of them. And they used to come out to the schools and they help kids stay off. Just when you hear it and you don't even think about these things, and I hope the schools can even bring that back. And, you know, with the fire department, and then they bring them on there, and I hope that will be an encouragement to keep them off drugs, you know, and kids just don't go to that, please. I mean, it's easier said than done, and then sometimes you might take a wrong turn, but you know what, you look up to the hills, will come with your help, and you just, you know, ask your mom, whoever's taking care of you, you ask your dad, whoever that the next closest person you feel and trust with, just talk to them. It doesn't matter what it is, because it's dangerous, it is real, and it's so real that little kids are even losing lives. People are doing it at a time. So when people come up missing, it hurts family members. It hurts. It hurts. So just stay strong. And if you gotta talk to a counselor, just, it's not embarrassing. It took a long time for a lot of people, grown-ups even, still to this day, to make it. And you guys will make it. And just keep on your goals and your dreams, and you will do it. You will do it. Dreams come true, even if it's too late. It's never too late. It's just later on in life. That's it. You just keep your head up. It's never too late.
Ma'am, can you describe what life would be out here? Is it cliques? Is it you got to be by yourself? Is it, like, how would a person navigate out here like this?
It's lonely by yourself, but at the same time, if you do drugs, you will get paranoia just by yourself. So sometimes it's not good to be by yourself, but at the same time, if you trust in another, it's like you always get done wrong. You got to trust in yourself first. So when you start, if you have no problem by yourself, which is a good independency, you do right. You have no problem whatsoever. But if you need that someone or a friend and you thought was friends, you got to think twice, and just go with your heart. Go with your heart. Go with your first
it's hard to find friends out here, like genuine people, because the addiction kind of makes them.
God is your friend, and if you don't believe in Him, whatever your next meeting is, there's no wrong answer about it. Whatever you feel is comfort to you, that's your next. And just make sure that you keep that your next, and don't tell everybody your move, your next step.
I've heard people say that before. Don't tell nobody your move. Is it because they're trying to take it from you?
It's not that they're trying to take it from you. They take advantage of you, and that's when things start to go wrong in your life.
Yeah.
And you don't notice it.
Yeah.
Because you're so young. It doesn't matter if you're 23, 25. I started when I was 25, and it just went down.
Yeah.
You know.
Is it hard to find, like, a real relationship out here?
That's the relationship status is between each individual itself. So if you find a mate that's just like you, and if you feel like you have to give it a try, there's nothing that nobody else can do or say about your relationship. Now, if it's working out, what can anybody say? Good for you. Good for you. Props. You know, there's nothing nobody in the world could say, not even your siblings, nothing, because nobody else is going to help you besides that man or that woman that's beside you that connects.
What's the not saying so much like disclosing too many things, but how does like an individual like make money out here? Like, I know recycling's a big thing.
I'm really not certain about how people make money out here. Riverside County is a tough county. I just got out here myself. Like I said, I'm through a program. It's kind of hard to make money out here. Actually, it's Cop City to me. Like, cops is everywhere. Which way you look, like, it's like they're everywhere. But do they help you? I don't know. That's the problem. So it's hard to even say. Everybody's being arrested for so many things. I don't know. I've seen so many arrests for stupidity. Like I went to the hospital and they said they didn't even have a note. Like my ID is gone, and I'm like, wow, okay, did the cop give it back or not? Like I'm like, so it's so many, but they didn't even note it in the statement to where it's not even a crime. There's no record of it. Yeah. So how is it even justice? Like there's no justice to be like I got kicked out the room just because the paramedic came because you thought it was loudness. No.
Do you have an instance in your life where you're like, okay, this is where I took a left turn when I should have took a right turn?
We all do. We all do have that. We all do. I mean,
what was one for you where you're like, okay, you look back at it, because everyone hindsight is 2020. I look back
when my mom was passing away. This was years ago, and I was in Michigan, and I felt like if I would have just came back to visit. I was working for General Motors, big company. People wouldn't believe that. And I'm out here on the street, you know. I was working for a healthcare. I'm talking about in factories. I'm an ARO, absent replacement operator in General Motors. You know, this is a union now. You know, I went from that waiting for a job to come back to me when I should have just went back. My biggest mistake was coming back, and I should have been back, but my mom ended up passing away, and that was the biggest mistake because I could have came and then try to help the family and then went back to something good because everything's cheaper value, but it would have helped me.
Yeah.
But everything out here is like a whole. It sinks you in. Everything's attached. Everybody.
Can you describe like the first night on the streets? What was that like? It must have been a big, like, oh man, I'm out here the first time, like I'm really out here. Like, what was that like?
That was a while ago. Actually, after that, it was like camping. So you know, and you know, people be out here with their kids sometimes. People don't have to know, but it's like the kids got to know because they think it's fun and games. They think they're camping. They're roasting marshmallows because we make it fun for them. They thinking that we're really out here just really roasting, camping. We're in the tent, you know. But then we teach them the streets as we go by, so they now are street smart and they are learning in school. So they are now getting A's and B's, but they know how to ditch and dodge the streets and what to do and not to do and who to trust. So it all depends. Like, but when I came out here, that's when I started teaching my babies because my sister had to teach me because she's older than me.
Yeah. Is there a shout out you like to give out to anybody out there that might be wanting to look at you and see you doing well?
I would like to give a shout out to everybody who have faith in me. I'd like to give out the shout outs to all the churches and everybody who pray for me because it's hard. My family is hard. My kids, it's hard not to even see them when, you know, same situation. Yeah. It hurts. And I'm still out here, but I was better than this. But I'm getting better, and that's why they provided me with the program. But it seemed like they placed me right in the spot where it's another test of trials and tribulations. So it's like
they put you where it's like a heavy drug area.
Yeah. So it's like, wow, it's either make a decision, but dang, what do you do? But
talk about that demon, that drug demon, because I know people take it for granted, like, oh, just get off of it and get a job. Talk about like how that thing will pull you back and suck you back in.
Don't even try it. It sucks because it's true. Like once you get into it, addiction is real. Addiction is so real. Once you get 1, 2, and 3, it leads. I'm an alcoholic. I'm Michelle, and I do have to take classes, and I do take some every once in a while. It's not a good thing, and it leads one to another. Just even see my kids, and people take their parents for granted. Parents take their kids for granted, but it hurts each one that they're not communicating. So I say communicate well with, I say just try to communicate better with everybody in the family. If they can't get along with somebody, get the cousin, not the niece, nephew, anybody in the family, godparent, it doesn't matter, the pastor, and then, or go to counseling. It helps. It does make a difference. If you have to work out, whatever is enjoyment, but healthy for a kid, I say do with them.
I'll say thank you so much. Thank you so much for being so open to helping out our cause and helping these babies out.
Yes.
You know, and we hope to see you again. And we're going to help you out right now. And just thank you so much for being so open and honest.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.